Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and here's one of the two Tournament of Power girls who was added to Dokkan with this recent double rights banner. This is CAWAY Leonard right here. She's pretty good. The only thing is that she is restricted to, Tournament of Power, which is easily one of the best teams in the game, and then Peppy Gals, which, she certainly has a nice spot on, but it's just she's very limited, right? I feel like there's not a lot of places to use her. So, of course, I just don't really recommend going for her. But I think she can be pretty solid. I think her design is actually pretty good. So, I'm going to go ahead and Dokkan Awaken her. And then I will go ahead and grind her links up to level 10. And we will see how good our girl CAWAY can be when she's at, level 10 links. And, we're rocking her on Tournament Power like her and UI Goku tearing shit up together, right? Yeah. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We have got our girl CAWAY at full level 10 links. Now, again, I think she's a pretty solid unit, but I don't see a lot of avenues where this girl is going to help, unfortunately. It's like, her design is definitely interesting with the amount of things she can do, right? She's going to be building up a lot of attack, defense, she's lowering attack. I think it's almost like a similar concept, this CAWAY unit, with the Int Videl EZA, where I'm not foreseeing a lot of use for this unit, probably outside of Peppy Gal's Extreme Super Battle Road. I don't know, I guess CAWAY here doesn't need to be on a Peppy Gal team, so she could be useful on the Universal Survival Saga team, right? Like, with her ability to greatly lower attack, and she potentially could stun, and she does all this stuff. Yeah, she definitely could be, like, a problem for Universal Arc Extreme Super Battle Road. She could also be really good for Battlefield, actually, because if we're talking about, so, like, Universal Survival Saga Super Tech units, right? So, like, she would be able to have Tournament of Power activated in, like, Battlefield. You have her, you have Tien and Roshi, you have Gohan and Piccolo, you have LR Jiren, you have Tech Caulifla, and then you also have LR Goku and Frieza. And then these two androids right there, CAWAY, but you've got some super attack units. So you could definitely go into Battlefield, run Jiren, run Goku and Frieza, have CAWAY on there as well. And, if the enemy could be stunned or could be attack debuffed in Battlefield, she could help, for sure. So it's like, I do see some avenues where she could be useful, but it's just, she's so limited, right? Like, it's not even just that she's on not a lot of category teams, but it's like, I don't know, like, it's categories, like, there is a new Extreme Super Battle Road stage for Universal Survival Saga, sure. But to be completely fair, I don't know that that's a stage anyone is going to struggle with because of how strong those characters are, right? And then, of course, there is a mission as well for the OG Legendary Goku event. But again, with how powerful the characters are, I can't imagine people are really going to struggle. You're not, it's not like, oh, I pulled CAWAY, pulled this girl. Now I'm about to get this dub. Like, I don't think that's going to happen, right? Like, it's like you'll be able to beat it without her or with her. It doesn't really matter. 2.48 is actually, I feel like, pretty good right here because, she can do a bunch of attacks. She's greatly lowering attack. Again, she could stun. Like, she could be super effective against all types depending upon what's happening. So, she could be guaranteed critting. So, like, that attack set with multiple super attacks or super effective against all types, along with everything else she's doing, is not that bad, right? Because let's see, her passive is, it's a novel, dude. It's 2 key, 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. Obviously, that's good. She gets another 40% attack and defense on super attack, right? Then she has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy for that turn. She has a medium chance of 2 key. Then she has a medium chance of an additional super and a medium chance of dodging. She then becomes super effective against all types on super if the enemy has been attacked, debuffed, or sealed, and then she does guaranteed crits on stunned enemies. So it's like, she has like a huge mouthful of a passive, right? But that could allow her to do some really good damage. Her links are the Innocence, Flee, Coward, Infighter, Battlefield Diva, Tournament of Power, and Shattering the Limit are her links. 127k defense right there. Again, she gets 40% defense on Super, right? So what is she going to get? Like another 50k defense or something like that right here? And a 30% chance to dodge. It's okay. I feel like she potentially could have a bit more defense. I feel like defensively, I think I would like her. I'd like her a bit better if she just had a high chance to dodge, I think, instead of medium chance. You know, you'll see medium chance to dodge activate, sure, but not that often, right? Like, it's like, I don't know. Medium chance to dodge is a nice little asset to a unit that's already doing a lot of other stuff, which I guess you could say Kawaii is, but medium chance to dodge in my experience. No, the quarter, are you kidding me? Right when she's going to attack. 2.4, now I got to reset the turn. God damn it, of course. My luck. There we go. Dude, there's literally nothing I could do. Like, I got a new PC, new cords, new phone, new Elgato. I can't, like, it's impossible. Like, it definitely is just that I record so much, my equipment just burns out so fast. That's it. Like, the technology just sucks ass. So this shit just burns out very fast. So it's the only thing I could potentially guess. Nice, so we'll watch this turn. Yeah, but anyway, Kawaii is solid. But considering how limited she is in terms of category teams, I do feel like they could have made her a bit better. I'm not really... I feel like her damage is okay for what she is as, like, a banner unit, right? And, like, 'cause she's got a lot of different effects, greatly lowering attack, you know, potentially being super effective into all types, having additional super potential, right, like this, right? So it's like her damage is good. But, like, I feel like she could be a bit better defense. Either a little bit more damage or a little bit more defense. I feel like she's just a little bit shy, right? Like she needs a little bit more in one of the two areas, and I feel like she'd be a lot better off. This is just really, like, I don't want to call her a nothing unit, but this is just not a character that's going to help, like, any players in any way, right? Like, I might add her, maybe I'll add her to my Battlefield roster. I mean, she could be a nice flex option, again, if whatever boss I'm fighting can be stunned or can be attack debuffed, right? And she's going to be doing, you know, she's got decent defense along with that, and she's going to be doing decent damage numbers. But, again, she's not like some, whoa, you know, like, she's very limited. All right, let's go a little bit longer, and then we'll finish up here. Again, I don't feel like we need to spend too much time looking at our girl Kawaii here, right? Because we understand, right? Like, you know, she does, you know, around like the 2.5 million, you know, damage number. Then she's got the medium chance to launch an additional super. If we're in like a super battle road setting, she'll debuff the enemy with her first super. Then the second super would then become super effective against all types. Or she would stun the enemy with her passive, 50% chance to stun from her passive, and then she would do a guaranteed crit with that second stun. Both are you know, very possible sort of outcomes with her. But again, it is RNG, right? Like, you know, you still have to get her additional to proc. So it's like, she's okay, but, you know, there certainly are better characters out there. I mean, we have a decent, with Jiren, she has, what, Infighter and Tournament of Power, so sure. 123k defense here. Remember that Kale, of course, is a support type unit as well. Let's go ahead and see what damage numbers Kawaii gets right here. Again, we'll do a couple of more turns with her, and then we'll finish up. Maybe I could take Kawaii into, like, a Universal Survival Saga Extreme Super Battle Road. It's like, again, I feel like Kawaii can put in work in that stage, provided that we get lucky, because that stage is devastating, right? Because it's designed around the LR UI Gokus, basically. So that stage is, again, beyond devastating, is what that Universal Survival Saga Extreme Super Battle Road stage is. But with her greatly debuffing the enemy, dodging, and potentially stunning, I think she could have some extreme value in there, right? But I don't know that I would go as far as to say, like, she would be the unit that would push you over the edge. Like, oh boy, now, you know, because of her, I'm able to beat the stage, right? Like, I don't think that's going to happen. It's like, oh, I got AGL UI Goku with red coins. Now I could beat the stage, right? Like, that's, I think, a much more likely sort of scenario or outcome for that, right? So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of her. I mean, she's a fine unit, right? But I don't know. Like, somehow getting her onto another category team or something like that, it just would have been good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could make... So, like, they split up the, like, the super attack types. There's, like, the weapon one. I almost feel like they should do, like, a weapon category. Like, they should make that a category. Or, you know, if eventually leader skills could be based around the different super attack types, right? But, like, I think, like, a weapon category, right, would be interesting. Because there's not really that many characters there. All right, so this will be a really good rotation for her. We have a lot of support, 141k defense. We'll have God Topo super attacking first as well. Remember that God Topo defensive debuffs the enemy passively, yeah. And she's only super effective against all types if the enemy's attack debuffed or sealed, right? She doesn't actually get super effective against all types if the enemy's defense lowered like Jiren does. Because remember, that's the thing about running God Topo with Jiren, is that God Topo passively lowers the enemy's defense just by being on rotation, which enables Jiren to then become super effective against all types simply by being on rotation with God Topo, right? But Kawaii needs the actual attack debuff or the enemy to be sealed, right? And of course, like, you know, for like long, difficult events, shit just doesn't work. Like, you're not going to get enemies sealed and attack debuffs and stuff. So it's just like, it heavily, like, units that rely in their kit a lot upon stuff like that, like, they just have heavy limitations for the difficult content they could participate in, right? You know, stuff like God event, you know, like Infinite Dragon Ball History, a lot of the stages, you know, enemies can't be attack debuffed or sealed or anything like that. You know, it's just, those are really good for Super Battle Road, and it's good that there's characters like that, but it's not the greatest of all time, for sure, right? Alright, so this is Temptress's surprise attack, Kawaii, or Kawaii, or however you want to say it. I like saying Kawaii Leonard, right? Her leader skill is Peppy Gal's category key 3 and 130% of stats, so pretty solid leader skill. 130% as just a banner unit is definitely good. Her super attack is Kawaii's surprise attack, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn. She does supreme damage to the enemy, and then she greatly lowers enemy attack and defense. Right? Her passive skill, Sharp Weapon, gives her 2 key and 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. She gets an additional 40% attack and defense on super attack. She then gets a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy, which would be a 1-turn 50% chance to stun. She then gets a medium chance of 2 key, which of course is a 30% chance. She then has a medium chance of an additional super attack. She also has a medium chance of dodging enemy attacks. She's then super effective against all types from doing a super attack if the enemy is in the attack debuff state or sealed, and then she does guaranteed crits on stunned enemies, right? A number one easy way to buff her by quite a bit would be, you know, guaranteed additional that has a medium chance of being a super. That's always a huge portion of these characters. When it's a medium chance of launching an additional super attack, it's just like, you know, 30% of the time you'll see that additional super. But if it's a guaranteed additional that 30% of the time would be a super attack, what that's going to do is it's going to make it to where the hidden potential system attack is going to activate much more frequently. So it's actually like, it's a very small, like, wording change that does boost the character's potential by quite a bit, man. It really does. Again, she's good. She has a very interesting effect. Like, all this stuff, right? Medium chance of key, high chance of stunning, medium chance of dodging. It's interesting for sure. Her links are the Innocence, Flee, Coward, Infighter, Battlefield Diva, Tournament of Power, and Shattering the Limit. You know what would have been really good is if she had Tough as Nails, the Toughness Warrior link. Because, you know, then, you know, you could potentially rock her with, like, 17 Golden Frieza, God Topo, get that extra defense and damage reduction. I don't know why the hell she has Flee or Coward. It's just dead links. They just added bullshit to her just to add bullshit to her. Let's take a look at these 2 links, actually. Because we finished this last part. Okay, so Flee and Coward, right? So this is Flee, right? Which the effect is 2 key and 10% chance to dodge when HP is 50% or less. You could get that with launch, but it's basically just 2 key. It sucks. And then she has Coward, which is 2 key and 5% chance to crit. and there's like almost no other characters that she's just not going to activate those. It's stupid. 12 key multiplier is 140%, which is the typical one. There is actually 3 EZAs she potentially could be useful in. The Peppy Gal new EZA that just came out, the LR Goku and Frieza EZA, and then of course also God Topo and Super Speed Mode Dispo. Both of those definitely she could help out. And then finally she has got the 2 category teams. She's on the Peppy Gal team where, you know, she could be valuable for some stages. Peppy Gal's is a lot better after this update. I mean, we just got a huge amount of options. And then she's also on Universal Survival Saga, but it's just, she's just very limited. There's just not, like, a ton of places and avenues where you could use this character effectively. Like, she's okay, but she definitely is not, like, the greatest thing ever. So, let me know what you guys think of Kawaii. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.